tournament average around about 85.5. They've been a lot more clinical than John Boy Walton. Walton could tidy up the doubles. There should be some encounter.
The Walton wobble, as Ray and Bobby were calling it, has caused a few problems, but he still finds himself in the last 8. And by virtue of being more clinical, Terry Jenkins has played far fewer legs than John Boy Walton, and that could make a difference, couldn't it? It's a long old day, playing for a couple of times in the same day.
68.
Yeah, then Terry Jenkins will have, he's played on the European tour at the back end, doesn't he? And he will have been used to playing a few games in a day.
25.
Yes, I know John Walton, floor games, I think it's different when you're on a stage. The European tour is playing 3, maybe possibly 4 games on the final day, but John Walton
16.
knows what he's got to do. His scoring's been okay, finishing has to be better, or he will come unstuck here.
100.
Walton's played 38 legs in comparison to 27 from the Bull in the couple of games. And that doubling that you mentioned, Mark, has been troubling John Walton. Hasn't stopped him getting this far, but he's down at 28% in comparison to 39% from his opponent.
Yeah, it's 9 points in the averages, finishing stats will back that up. And Terry Jenkins said got by Lisa Ashton, got by Roland Sholton in the first round as well.
28.
First quarter final on. He gets through early bed, rest, and ready for the tilt at the title tomorrow.
96.
They're both semi-finals tomorrow afternoon. 1 PM start. The final tomorrow evening at this time. We do wonder who will be contesting it.
100.
Jenkins in this opening leg, looking to break on top. It's a slow start for John Boy Walton. The Bull was on the charge this afternoon, came racing out of the blocks, really left Lisa Ashton too much to do.
32.
He hasn't hit the target this time around, and Walton has an outside chance.
Yeah, 144. Pinged a 154 this afternoon, John Boy, but he was under no sort of pressure as he is here. He was even contemplating splitting
42.
on the bench was double 17, but didn't really threaten it there. And Terry for an opening hold. Apologies, opening break it would be, and it is a breaker throw. It hasn't been made to work that hard for it. 21 darts to break throw. Far from convincing, but it's advantage Terry Jenkins early in this quarter-final.
All those years of Neely for Terry Jenkins may end tomorrow evening. 9 televised finals lost, 2 match plays, 2 Grand Prix, a UK Open, a Grand Slam, a European Championship, the Premier League, and the Las Vegas Desert Classic.
And all of them he'll be disappointed. He was convincingly beaten. Just didn't happen for Terry in those finals, but such a class player, always putting himself in that position, just couldn't find the answers in the final.
Yeah, he did win 11 ranking titles in the PDC before his retirement. Certainly one of the best players never to lift a trophy on the big stage.
100.
Settled well here though, Terry. And a bit of head shaking from John Walton already.
45.
Good leg from Terry.
Really dominant so far.
60. Can you recall 102?
Double top is the choice for Jenkins.
62.
Over the top.
But no drama whatsoever. John Walton way back on 238. He's not really got anything going here yet. 2001 world champion.
77. Can you recall
Nerves maybe. It's Terry Jenkins who pins the double top and doubles his lead.
Nice and easy start for Jenkins. Well, John Walton is not playing anywhere near the standard that he has, and he was already needing to stick 9 or 10 points on his average based on what we've seen before from the pair of them. He's gone the other way. Terry stayed in a similar kind of level.
Well, John Boy, in both his previous matches, managed to get out in front early when he's chasing here. Won the first set against Les Wallace, won the first set against John Part. He's going to have to go some if he's going to turn this set around.
The winner of this match would take on the winner of the match featuring Larry Butler and Martin Adams in the curtain closer of this evening's action. The two games sandwiched in between. Dave Prince versus Robert Thornton coming next, and then the one that everybody is waiting for. Kevin Painter gets reacquainted with Phil the Power Taylor on the Circus Tavern stage.
Many people are favouring Kevin Painter.
57.
His form, particularly in the previous round against Wayne Warren, was blistering. Phil Taylor looked nervy, but he will play better.
59.
Come on then, Mark. I did ask you this afternoon who you thought would be competing in the final, and you said you'd saved your prediction for tonight when you've seen everybody play, so we will get you off that fence and give us a couple of names.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for Robert Thornton. I'll stand by that.
100. John
The winner of this game plays Martin Adams. I'm going to go Robert Thornton versus Martin Adams.
Heard it here first. Double four. Close but no cigar.
140.
Terry Jenkins to wrap up set one. I'm not going to do it here, but believe me, 3 darts to double four is no foregone conclusion with John Walton.
John, you require
Fluffing his lines. Work his way in from that one. That's a good dart, surely. No, he aimed away from the 2 darts he'd set up, and Terry Jenkins to rattle through set one. Clean sweep, 55.
Terry finds tops to ease through the first set. 3 unanswered legs for the bull, but Walton wobbly on the doubles again. They weren't bad attempts, those ones at double four, to be fair to him. Bobby George coined the term earlier, describing John Boy Walton's doubling as Mickey Mouse, but they were misses by a mini margin there, weren't they?
Yeah, the third dart was a bit wild, didn't really use the markers, but you'd be concerned. Not just the doubles there, but the overall performance, that's better from John Walton. Terry Jenkins was a last World Championship appearance back in 2017.
45.
And he just generally came off the circuit, just slowly, played the odd comp when he wanted to, but he said he was going to wind down, and he did, and
97.
keeps himself busy on the exhibition circuit. You can tell he still chucks. He'll always give it he does in practice, but playing to a good standard, Terry.
47.
He's had some magical moments, spoke about all those finals, but really has produced some brilliant moments on the big stages, none more so than a 9-darter at the Alexandra Palace in 2014.
The late great Kyle Anderson did one about an hour after that to split the £30,000. Terry Jenkins on his way home after exiting the World Championships that time to Pearl Larson gets the text. You've only got 15,000 now. And believe me, Terry would have been disappointed with that. Only 15 grand for Terry.
Could sense the sincerity in that sympathetic comment there, Mark.
He's deviating a bit here, Terry. Chance of a break for John Walton here. Poor visit.
9.
And time for John Walton
Class 66.
to get a leg on the board, importantly a breaker throw in the second set.
Double top to do just that.
26.
Way over the top. Struggling on the outer ring in this match so far.
Here comes the layup.
140.
He's going to do the feint. Steve Farmer. And give it the salute. Best 176 of Dirk van Dijvenbode, but irrelevant. John Walton takes the opening leg of set 2. Averages nothing to write home about, but John Walton, importantly, is on the board and in the match.
A breaker throw, an ironic celebration from Walton, finally bedding a double.
55.
And he's missed doubles throughout this tournament, as we've been talking about, and as Bobby has been telling Ray in the studio. They haven't cost him. He's still here, he's still in the quarter-finals, but they have cost him an easier passage. He's been on the stage perhaps longer than he should have been.
Yeah, he's won his games, but it's always in the back of your mind when you're missing doubles. John Walton will
60.
be happy with how convincing the double was in that opening leg there. Slow burn of this one, Chris. Terry will be happier of the two. He's got that set advantage. It has been broken early in this second set.
Yeah, neither player managing to find a treble until now in this leg. It's like buses.
140.
And that gives John Walton a bit of breathing space here to try and double his lead. And is he going to respond with a clean sweep of set 2 to fire back at Terry Jenkins? Should get this second leg to consolidate that breaker throw.
Just having a think here.
44.
And there is Dennis the Menace, Mr. Priestley, who will be sat in this very seat for the next match.
85.
Dave Prince versus Robert Thornton.
57.
John Boy, just got to stay straight here. Good last start. I was going to say, he built up a healthy lead in this leg and it's dwindled slightly, but puts himself in a position to double his lead.
60. John Newcastle 64.
64 then. Double top.
He's showing the second leg.
And Walton waltzing through the second set after Jenkins eased through the first.
Switch from Terry Jenkins. The crowd enjoying himself. And John Walton, I'm not saying enjoying himself, but feeling a lot more relaxed now. Poor first set, but settling here.
60 years of age now, John Walton of Bradford in West Yorkshire. 2000 World Master, won the World Championship in 2001. Had a very famous 9-dart finish himself as well to win the match during the 2007 World Masters against Martin Phillips.
Went on to reach the semis of that World Masters that year, which was eventually won by the man we're going to see next up, Robert Thornton. From there, Robert Thornton's not really looked back. Went on to lift 2 PDC major titles as well.
85.
Jenkins doing all he can to keep this set interesting. On throw though this time, so Walton won't be too worried about losing this leg.
80.
Rescues it with the last one.
69.
Conceding that he is going to lose this leg, but not done yet. Terry Jenkins double 6 to half deficit. Double 3 awkward.
63.
And he won't fancy returning for that. It's never nice waiting on double three, and he may not return. John Walton to wrap up set 2, 115. 18 for tops will surely do it.
He's having to check. 58, he says. There's the 18. He can't find double top.
Terry requires 6.
Decision to make for Terry. Straight at it, or 2 for double 2. Well, he went straight at it. And John Walton has missed a dart for the set. He's going to get 3 more.
A wire bender, and that one took a nosedive, and again trouble on the outer ring for the Yorkshireman.
At it again, and this time successful. Terry Jenkins dodged the bullet, and now John Walton's got a throw for the set. His darts to level up this quarter-final. 1 set apiece.
And how many times have we been writing down, Mark, keeping a tally of how many set darts John Walton's missed during this tournament? What a start from Terry Jenkins.
135.
Apologies from John Walton. Scoreboard malfunction in here. He's dropped something there, Terry, as well. You're not a patch on me, John, says Terry Jenkins.
$60.
60 for Walton. Terry looking to send this set 2 at the siding leg.
60.
So just to confirm here, John Walton's on 261 after the 180 followed by 660, and Terry Jenkins is on 246.
100.
Terry just glancing over. Stays
100.
there.
Takes
it down to 161.
So Walton here looking at the 161.
$99. Terry McCall 146.
146 the target for Terry Jenkins.
He's 86. John Walton to wrap up this second set.
Double top.
22.
Again, it's another set dart squander. That's 5 now.
Treble 18 will be the target. He may stay there. He may go treble 14, 74. So not getting at least the 1 dart. The ball volley from Terry Jenkins.
John requires 40.
Well, he's missed 5 for the set. Double 10. And finally John Walton gets over the line and levels up this match. Jenkins eased through the first. Terry Jenkins, a place at the semi-finals, the last day of the World Seniors at stake. Walton levelling the match by taking the second set. It just looks a little bit edgy when it gets to crucial set-winning doubles, doesn't he still, Mark?
First set, first leg is John.
When you've been missing doubles throughout the tournament, it's hard to rectify it on one game, so John Walton's got to take the positive. He won that set and levels up the match at 1 set apiece.
58.
And the winner of this match takes on Martin Adams or Larry Butler. They finish proceedings this evening. Next matchup, Robert Thornton taking on Davey Prinz, then a
121.
rematch. Kevin Painter versus Phil Taylor. What a quarter-final lineup we have this evening.
Well, now, we're talking about the tournament averages before the event.
100.
Now, Walton's playing at about the level that he has been all event, but Jenkins has dropped a little.
60.
Yeah, and Terry starting to get a little bit despondent, isn't he? Bit of head shaking after that throw there. And Walton pounce.
100.
Said earlier on this afternoon, when Walton won that world title, he was in a middle of a real purple patch. 2001 world champion, remember, he won the World Masters a couple of months prior to that.
John Newcar 143.
Won 6 ranking titles within the BDO. But only a quarter final. His best since winning that world title. Never really threatened to win it again.
83.
His last appearance in the World Championship 2016, we lost out to fellow Yorkshireman
97. John Newcar 60.
Dawson.
Game shown the first leg.
Tidies up that opening leg. That's better finishing from John Walton. Comfortable hold of throw, 17 darts, and moves in front for the first time. Remember, he was well beaten in the opening set, rallied in the second set, and takes the lead here.
41. $26. 32.
Anticipation in the crowd here at the Circus Tavern for the
43.
rematch between Taylor and Painter. I've not asked you yet, Matt, what did you make of Phil Taylor last night? Nobody was quite sure what to expect.
He was edgy. I thought he'd play better, if I'm being honest, but he was edgy, got the job done. I thought Peter Manley played well in the first set without blowing Phil Taylor away, but there were some nerves. But Taylor will know he'll have to play better. He plays like that. Kevin Painter will punish him. I'm not saying Kevin Painter's going to average 95 and play as fluent as he did last night, because he played really well, but there was very little resistance from Wayne Warren. There'll be more tonight, but naturally, as the tournament goes on, the games get harder, and it will be a lot trickier for Phil Taylor tonight.
40.
Did seem to get better as the game went on, so wonder what a day's practice, an afternoon's practice, and then another match on the stage could do for Taylor.
97.
Even in his heyday, he used to have an off game, didn't he, in tournaments, and when he won it, everyone knew that was it, and he's going to just dominate everyone now. Of course, we don't know that would be the case these days.
108.
Either way, an intriguing encounter coming up, but we've got an intriguing encounter on our hands here. Terry Jenkins, wayward on that second dart, but 83 remaining, time to tidy up. Yeah, good dart from Terry. And should level up set 3 at 1 leg apiece.
Terry Newcar 32.
Well, there he is. Another legend of this game from the commentary box, Mr. John Gwynn, who will be joining us in the commentary box tomorrow. Maybe be commentating on Terry Jenkins, who does level up the sets. Nothing between them, playing at a very similar standard. But we have seen Terry Jenkins can
57.
produce better during this tournament.
Not a lot in it in the stats. Terry's slightly better, but it's nervy, it's edgy, but intriguing nevertheless.
97.
Leveling sets, leveling legs.
135.
Good visit from Walton. Found his range, despite one dart just going the wrong side of the treble 20 bed.
81.
But more signs that Terry Jenkins starting to get frustrated. John Walton sneak another one in there. No, unlucky.
81.
It's a bit of daylight between himself and TJ.
81.
It's a quizzical look on the face of Terry Jenkins as he retrieved his darts then. Just wondering why his level has dropped as it has.
94.
A lot of visits where it's a couple of darts in the 20 bed and then a stray one. Nothing stray here.
Good deflection, that's a good visit. Much more doable out than the 134 for John Walton. Walton needs a couple of trebles. Treble 14, treble 18. May just, if he likes the lie, he may just stay there, but doesn't look a great lie. No.
94.
Tidies up. And leaves double top if Terry Jenkins can't get rid of the 102.
Just having to check there, Terry Jenkins. I think he thought he was on something different. That looks like a decent lie. Don't go for the bull. Doesn't. Treble 14, the right call. Bigger target, but couldn't find it. Maybe a better call would have been to try and follow that dart.
54.
Yeah, he should have done for me.
40.
Walton to move back in front. Double 10.
He's showing the third leg.
Looking a bit more confident on the doubles and moves in front in this third set. Terry Jenkins had an outside chance in that set with the 102, couldn't find a way through to a double, and is throwing to stay in the third set.
100.
To be going the ball's way when he raced through that opening set with 3 straight legs. Walton then fell over the line really in the second, but still won it 3-1. And he finds himself 1 to the good and 1 away from an overall lead in the match.
96.
And Terry Jenkins falls a deciding leg.
83.
If he does, he'll have to find a breaker throw in the decider. But it is, you made a good point, Chris. There's
22.
a few too many wayward darts creeping into Terry Jenkins' game now.
He's a tenacious old battler, Terry Jenkins.
60.
No, you, Mark, over the years had plenty of encounters with him.
Yeah. So really had to work hard to get rid of Terry Jenkins. He wouldn't give in.
27.
I remember sitting in the crowd at a Premier League night in Manchester watching you play against the Bull.
Yeah, let's not talk about them games.
I must admit I was cheering for Terry as well. I didn't know you then though.
If I played him now, who would you cheer for?
Oh, Terry, 100%.
Thanks for your help. Terry Jenkins. He had the famous line, didn't he? Whenever he lost, he'd catch his eye and he goes, "Why does it always happen to me?" Always felt hard done by the Terry. But a great guy.
Well, it is down to a finish, but it is a sizable one. Just one treble here, could really put the cat among the pigeons, but it's a stray dart from John Boyne. It actually gives Jenkins 6 at 156.
Yeah, looks like we're heading to a decider. That's a good tidy from Terry. Really good darts. Appreciated by the crowd. In the third set. Deserves a deciding leg. Looks like we're going to get it. It'll be advantage Walton, he'll have the darts.
45, Terry require 36.
The great jockey Wilson, remembered here at the World Seniors, where Terry Jenkins forces the last leg decider to see who will lead after 3 sets in this quarter-final. If you haven't seen the trophy for this tournament yet,
45.
have a look on social media. The World Seniors Darts account. You see a great image of it engraved into the flights on the darts around the trophy. The names of Jockey Wilson, Eric Bristow, Leighton Rees and Andy Fordham.
Fantastic piece of silverware. One of the remaining 8 players will have their hands on that trophy tomorrow evening. Plenty to go yet. Terry made his move on the opening visit with a 2-treble visit. And he's got another one here. He's making his move, Terry Jenkins. And it would be another set of darts against the darts if Terry can find a break here.
100.
Terry the Bull on the charge. But again, a frustrating dart. Can he rescue the shots?
80.
Has been salvaging shots pretty well in the last couple of legs, but still in the balance here. Got to find something, John Boy.
48. Terry O'Carr 160.
Sure what his thinking was there. But it's the kind of same equation as the previous leg, isn't it? He's had a poor approach from the low 200s and allowed Terry Jenkins 6 darts from his finish. This time, however, Jenkins hasn't made hay.
60. Terry O'Carr
137. So he won't be flash. Treble 19 tops is what a lot of players do now, but he's making heavy weather of this, Terry Jenkins. That's better. 72 remains.
$74.
Labelled as well.
108.
He was going for treble 12. May stay there for the treble and now the double.
72.
Terry Jenkins, courtesy of going in the 9, even if he'd hit a 12, he'd have a single double combination. He's only going to get 1. Will the Bull go for the Bull? Of course he won't. Top to a 2-1 lead.
43.
Set that, come and gone.
36.
He'll be kicking himself, Terry.
John Walton's had trouble with set darts all weekend. Another 2 squandered. Another 3 squandered.
32.
Throws the last dart and a 5. He's blown his chance. Terry, is he going to take advantage? Edgy. But he gets there in the end, and a sarcastic wave of the arms. But Terry Jenkins, it's job done for set 3. He's 1 set away from a semi-final. Terry Jenkins has the darts in this 4th set, but John Walton again. The doubles cost him 3 at double 18. Couldn't convert, and Terry Jenkins in charge now. He has it in his hands. He's got the darts in this 4th set.
24.
Different kind of performance from Terry Jenkins. He had it all his own way really against Roland Sholton. Made it that way. The good performance, an 85 average, a 3-0 win. And he was just really good at finishing in the first couple of sets against Lisa Ashton this afternoon. Left her too far behind. Ashton did get a set back, but Jenkins got the job done. Now he's really having to scrap.
Yeah, thought Lisa was good in the back end of that match earlier. A little bit of a counting error on the it was the 54 combination at the end, wasn't it? But good performance, but Terry had to withstand. But different sort of challenge here for Terry. Not playing as fluent as he did this afternoon, but finding a way.
59.
Good start to this leg from Walton. A brace of 2 treble turns.
60.
He's down to a finish after 9 darts. On the Jenkins throw.
60. Johnny O'Carr 167.
Well, Terry Jenkins having the advantage of throw. And that has been well and truly taken away from here. John Walton on 167.
59.
Oh, got rid of the 5, Terry. Yeah,
43. Johnny O'Carr 100.
Given up in this leg, Terry. John Walton at the 108. He missed it for the set. No drama here.
48.
Back for 20 and tops. Shake of the head from Terry Jenkins.
28.
As good as giving up on this leg now.
He's shown the first
Nicely
leg.
done. Just use that dart as a guide.
Second leg is Jones
Gets
to
himself in
first.
front
Come
in
on.
this fourth set, but with a break.
Who is going to be our first semi-finalist? Are we going to have a second deciding set of the day? John Boy will hope so. Reminder, semi-finals tomorrow in the afternoon will be best of 7 sets. And John Walton fires in a maximum. The arms in the air. Shown good character here, John Walton, because he'd been disappointed in the way he blew the third set.
100.
Second max of the match for John Walton. 10 now in the tournament. The joint most, although he has played more games now.
22.
The 2 semi-finals tomorrow afternoon, best of 7 sets, and the final. The same format tomorrow evening.
121.
The bull seems to be sleeping again.
41.
John Walton started the leg with a 180. And since then has scored 41 and 22. Letting Jenkins back in.
45.
All enjoying the party in Purfleet.
Just as well Terry Jenkins didn't play Keith
100.
Deller. And what bulls are like when they see red. Those naughty red pants of Keith Deller.
Red face at the end of it as well for Keith, unfortunately.
65.
Larry
Johnny
Butler
158.
carved out the victory, and we'll see him again later on against the Wolf, Martin Adams.
Another there. Can't be found. Terry Jenkins.
122.
Go for a spot of fishing here.
Very up and down leg, but Walton back on the 36. Cost him the third set, I'm sorry. These are less than convincing, and I don't know why he's moving around. Those darts have not blocked anything.
18. Kenny McCall 105.
He's got his opportunity. The bull finds the red. Can he find it again?
85.
Pulls low, and that would have hurt John Walton. When you fire off 180 on your throw, you expect to clean up the leg pretty comfortably, and John Walton stuttered a bit, but ultimately, 10 for double 4. He should get there, and he does get there. 2 legs to 0 in the set 4.
Third leg Terry to throw first.
Terry Jenkins missed the chance at tops to pinch that leg.
We spoke at the start of the match about who would be the fresher of the pair, and compared the amount of legs and labour they've been put through, and everything pointed to it being Terry Jenkins, but right now it seems that John Walton is more free and easy and comfortable. Jenkins really seems to be struggling.
Can Terry keep this fourth set alive? Walton is in again. He is in again. He had a 180 in the previous leg to kick things off. He's fired another one in here. Walton looking to descenders all the way.
Jenkins responds in kind, and all the crowd are enjoying it now as maximums are exchanged. They've still got it, you know. Yeah, cheers, John. He did that before, didn't he? He mentioned 180 and followed it with, I think, 22.
Followed it with 9 there. If you summed up John Walton's performance here, it's very stop-start, isn't it? There's
45.
Some great moments, but there's some moments of mediocrity. And there it is again, and
got a telling off from himself there, John Boy.
81. Penny Nicole 135.
The bull doesn't need to start on the bull. With Walton not on a finish. But what a finish this would be.
Double 12.
We heard you, Mark.
Finish from Terry Jenkins.
Terry Jenkins.
And Terry Jenkins halves the deficit. An acknowledgement from John Walton, but he's going to get the job done. Yeah, just double checking who's throwing first. Come on, John Boy, you should know it's you. And this is the throw for the set and to send us all the way.
A fabulous 1-3-5 finish from Terry Jenkins.
36.
It is the highest checkout he's produced so far this weekend.
Stuttery start from John Walton. Okay, not bad cover. I'd liked another one.
Just seems to have regained his composure here, Terry Jenkins. Fabulous finish, and then a couple of decent visits to kick off the following leg.
45.
And if he can break through here, throw for the match.
62.
If he gets the job done, Chris, I think he'll highlight the fact there's too many darts in the 1s and 5s, Terry. But he's really stole a march on John Walton here. He's wrestled the darts away from him. Brilliant darts, Terry Jenkins, 12 darts thrown. 66 remaining.
83.
Imagine treble 10.
Stay there. He's gone treble 10. He may just. Oh, fair enough. Tops. Been pulling low on this. He's done it again.
Still on course to turn this set around, as Mark mentioned. He can come back and hit double 10, and he will have the darts for a place in the semi-finals, and he does hit double 10. Terry Jenkins in control, just when it looked like he was starting to lose it.
Yeah, 2 legs down in the set, but 2 legs apiece. Terry now. He'll be thinking a treble a visit.
60.
On the way the match has gone, a treble a visit will be more than suffice for Terry to carve himself open an opportunity.
He probably wants John Walton to hit a 180 here, because he knows that he'll follow it with 44, 22 and 9.
Yeah, if he hits another 180, John Walton, he might as well just spray his darts around the board. At least he'll score something a little bit more than what he has, but
should be more like me, Mark, going for that corridor opportunity to the left of the board. Here it comes.
There it is. John Walton fires in yet another maximum. Cue the score of 17 on his next visit.
I think you've been very harsh, to be honest.
55.
Come on, John Boy, prove me wrong. Send us all the way. There he is. Personal best after 180. Oh, hang on. There it is. Frustrating for John Walton.
That's why Mark Webster gets paid the big bucks. He knew what was coming.
Well, not necessarily. I was 13 points out. I was harsh, Chris.
Still has a lead in the leg.
57.
But unable to find a treble. It's perfectly poised, this, isn't it?
Well, John Walton will be pleased to see that 5. It's even a treble 20.
40.
Still leaves a bit of work. This is where John Boy's got to be careful. If he doesn't take the 1-3-4 out, leave it handy. Start messing around, drifting into single segments of the ball. That's good. 14.
94.
Good leg from John Walton under immense pressure.
He did miss 4 set darts in the second set, which he went on to take. He missed 3 set darts in the third set, which he went on to lose. He's missed 1 here and another, and he thought it was in.
He was on his way.
30.
More Oh, opportunities missed. He'll be kicking himself, John Walton. So many opportunities. He may get more. Well, he may not. Double 15 for the match.
Ball can't bet it.
All for being cautious on the first half of that first one of Terry's. There was nerves in that one. Walton is at 2 for double 4. And that's the risk. That's always the risk. Lack of concentration, and surely this time Terry will finish the job.
Got to attack it. Better. Can he glide in off that barrel? That's exactly what he does. It is joy for Jenkins, who wins against Walton.